It was the beginning of a revolution. The Boss radio format was fast, fresh, and seamless.
I used to think of it kind of as a fine precision watch. It was a set of gears that just meshed together all the time.
And we had to train and rehearse weeks before we actually changed the format.
The new format was so tight it took two people to make it work. The jock, who did the talking, and the board operator, who orchestrated the mix of jingles, commercials, and music.
So anytime you wanted the next element in the set, you would press the cue button and he would fire whatever it was, whether it was a commercial or jingle or a song.
The object was to fit 18 songs into each hour, so the songs were played back to back, and the DJs did their announcements over the run-up.
The music at the beginning of the song is the run-up or the intro, and those were clocked with a stopwatch, and boom, you've got to stop talking before the artist starts singing.
CKLW, the Big 8, with Teddy the Truckin' Bear, spreading out in the nighttime, baby. Remember when we used to say, get your motor running? Now it's get your modem running, right? Get that? Oh, hey, John K. Steppenwolf on the Big 8. Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. And you just kept the tempo going. You never really stopped.
Has your kind of music.
In the old days, jingles could run anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute long. The Drake jingles were rarely longer than 3 seconds, and each one served a special purpose, to keep things moving.
There was Fast to Fast, More Music, CKLW.
More music, CKLW.
There was Fast to Slow, More Music, CKLW, sung in a nice slow ballad.
More music, CKLW.
There was a Slow to Fast, a very pretty melodic singing of music, and then a big powerful CKLW to take you into things like The Who's Won't Get Fooled Again and stuff like that. Prettiest radio jingle ever sung was the Big 8 ballad, played up against things like Gladys Knight's It Should Have Been Me or something. It would bring a tear to your eye.
The format was carefully constructed around a hot clock, an hourly programming guide that dictated what got played when, in order to maximize excitement and minimize tune-outs.
It's a flow chart. You know, it's the programming of the radio station, the sound of the radio station, which you're constantly tweaking, by the way. There are a lot of factors go into determining why that song played at 5 minutes after 10.
The hot clock was so effective that Les Garland took it with him when he went to television, as the first program director of MTV.
We did the very same thing at MTV. The rotations were exactly the way we set them up in radio. MTV was CKLW. It just had different letters.
The architect of the new format was Paul Drew, a U.S. programmer with Drake format experience and an ear for detail.
He's famous, of course, for having an earphone in his ear 24/7, 365. And if there was ever a flaw on his radio station, it was pointed out.
We had what we called the bat phone. If that phone rang, everybody froze.
Garland, did you hear what just happened on your radio station? Well, Paul, you're in California. It's 11. I'm sleeping.
And he created a situation where 30 or 40 or 50 people came to work every day knowing that we were going to win today. That today we were going to kick some serious ass.
After 6 months of preparation, planning, and training, Drew and his troops were ready to kick ass. On April 4th, 1967, CKLW became the Big 8.
CKLW hitbound.
And the rest of the industry didn't know what to do with it. They'd never heard anything like this. Neither had the audience.
I knew the first week and a half to 2 that we had a winner.
WKNR, Keener 13, it's fun!
Keener at the time, before CKLW became the Big 8, they dominated the airway. And the amazing thing to me, in 90 days, we totally ruined that radio station and became number 1.
It came along at a time when people were, I guess, getting tired of the long-winded DJs. They wanted the quick, concise, talk over the music, the rapid-fire jingles, and the excitement of the 50,000-watt monster that was CKLW.